Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Friday. End of the month, too, by the way. So if you're having a good month, don't ruin it on the last day of the month. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Chris, Corey, Tony, Peter, Greasy, John. How are y'all doing? Today, all right, might not be the easiest day. We'll see. Based on the framework, there's a lot of possibilities and might need a lot of patience. Morning, David. All right, so I'm going to hop right into it. The weekly chart. All right, the weekly chart. Look at the weekly chart. Ugly. So now we had our open down here. We did wick down, right? We expanded up, but look at that wick. Expanded up way up there, and now we're all the way back down here. So, you know, at the end of the week, if it's going to be an up close candle, we should have a high and a close. So is this the high, and we're just going to close somewhere down here and remain in this area? Or are we going to try to expand up and have a close? Or are we going to flip and just run down? I mean, anything can happen today. There's quite a bit going on. So, ugly weekly chart. Let's go to the daily chart. The daily, we had this wicked all the way down here yesterday. All the way through this suspension block I was talking about. Now, we haven't closed, so it's not inverted, but we did trade through it all. It is all rebalanced. If you look at the long wick, though, here, check this out. If I measure out that discount wick with the 4 quadrants, I didn't leave it here, but look what happens. Discount wick. Look where we tagged that bottom quadrant right there perfectly today. We tagged that. I didn't want to leave it here because there's already too much on my chart. So can we come down into this volume imbalance down here? Do we keep going lower? Do we close the day down? We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we're still in this big area, ugly area, but you can kind of see maybe what's happening here. Maybe. We still have this daily fair value gap here. We did not invert it. It is rebalanced. So if I go, where's it? Right here. You can see, so check it out. Zoom out a little bit, and you can see here. We rebalanced it, and then we closed underneath. So it's not inverted, but it is balanced. It is rebalanced. But if you look here, there's quite a bit of buy-side liquidity we had here. Was this a run on liquidity there? And are we going to come down? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. All right, 4-hour chart. We have this big SIBI. I mean, it's pretty ugly. But we ran up into here. Oh, let me get rid of this. Into that daily fair value gap. Displaced lower with this SIBI here. Pulled back up to the midpoint. And we haven't displaced further, but we're still hanging out down here. So we'll see if we continue displacing lower or not. But this area is going to be this 26,000 area. It's going to be interesting. So then we drop to the 1 hour. Same thing. Displacement. But then we had this lower fair value gap on the 1 hour become an inversion. But then you had this BISI become an inversion, leaving this SIBI right here. Right there, which we used. And then we have this one. So we're kind of just like ping-ponging right here. So we'll see which side comes out on top. But whenever I went down to my 15-minute chart, there's nothing standing out in terms of external liquidity. Relative equal highs, relative equal lows. Now we have all this up here. So basically, if I'm looking at this dealing range from this high all the way down to this low, yesterday's low, right here, equilibrium is right in here, right around the midpoint of yesterday. And we did run up into a premium, and we dropped back down into the discount. So the question is going to be, in this area that we're at, basically, like all in this area, and where those 1 hour fair value gaps are, which way are we going? We're going to go up, or we're going to go down? I'm a little neutral. I have an idea. I think we're going to go up first and then come down. So I have a buy side liquidity marked here. I would kind of like to see that first. Us open, take this area, and then look for a short. That's what I'm more so anticipating. We'll see if it happens. We have a 15-minute volume imbalance right here that I have marked. Big old volume bounce right there. We have a opening range gap to the downside. We gapped down. So I'm really thinking we may run up into this area, maybe take that 905 or so. Basically in this 875 to 905. I'm looking for it to go up there. And then I'm looking for a run down. So it opened. It looks like that's what it's trying to do. Now, I didn't have like nice sell side liquidity. So all I had was yesterday's low, which is also the London low. And then I also have this wick down as a minor sell side liquidity with a 15-minute fair value gap there. What are you trying to do here? This little pop-up came up. So just kind of what I'm watching. So we ran that buy side liquidity. We got to where I was thinking there. And now let's just see what happens. We have the opening range gap. There. We opened down here. Let's go back. And let's see if we drop now. Morning, morning. Morning, Benton. I am Wally. Good morning. Excuse me. Again, here's that minor sell side I have here at about 752. And then I have my sell side at 649.75, which is also the London session low. We do have a new day opening gap up here, the 980, 26,000. So, and then we did reach up and hit the midpoint of the opening range gap. So if we do go down and we get an opportunity to go short, I'm okay with it because we hit the midpoint of that. And if you squeeze this chart a little bit, we have this low, which is my sell side liquidity. If we do come down, we could potentially complete a market maker sell model. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let us see. And if you're brand new, I'm getting some brand new people coming onto YouTube, into the Discord, like new to trading, because I'm marketing my free beginners course on Facebook and online, and it, like I said, it's a beginner's course. So if I'm going fast in here or talking too quick on some of this stuff, the live is a little bit more for people that's already kind of like studied ICT concepts. So ask away in the Discord if you have questions on anything. If you hear me say something and you're like, what is he talking about? Just write it down, post it in the Discord. And we have plenty of people, including myself, to get you answers or at least point you in the right direction. At least until I come out with my free course of how I trade, which of course is through ICT concepts, but just really how I trade by putting it together for myself. All right, so let's have some nice patience here. See if we get something good. Friday. All right, y'all know my number one rule for Fridays. My number one rule for Fridays is don't do anything stupid. Ain't nothing worse than doing something stupid and having to live with it all weekend until you can trade again. And I'm not saying the market couldn't just keep going up today. Like, it very well could. It's just, this is kind of what this is what I framed out, a little bit of what I'm anticipating today, but today is not a very obvious day. So that's why I'm saying you have to be patient. You have to let the market show its hand. We do have, like I said, we have this big, if we do go up, I mean, we still have the opening range gap yesterday that we didn't fill. We left it there. We have this 15-minute fair value gap. We have a big 4-hour one. I mean, if the market's going to try to just go up and rebalance all that, it's very possible. So just kind of holding still and being patient. My volume is down. I don't know what to tell you, Chris. You can hear me fine, Benton? Yeah, because the thing is my volume on my Streaming is all the way up, and my little mixer thing here, if I make it louder, it's just gonna crack. Yeah, it's just you, Chris. just turn it up. Because if I go any louder on my dial here on my mixer, it'll just like, it'll make the thing terrible. Yeah, it's just Chris again. Chris being Chris. What's up, Will? Chris being Chris. Are you on your headphones, Chris? Or do you have speakers now? Because you're pretty much always on your headphones, huh? Or no. Actually, I haven't seen you on your headphones in a little while. What's up, Shadow? I gotta get... Oh, you misplaced those during the summer. Well, that's... It's unfortunate. Those were nice headphones. Chris had some, like, Bluetooth headphones. They're pretty sweet. Been sleeping, Shadow? Sleep is good. Yeah, I need to get something going here with my... I need to get some kind of giveaway or do something, because crossing that 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, like, it's just... I need to get more people here on my live, but... Getting a lot of subs. And it's just like kind of snowballing. Here we go. Let's see if we're going to come down now. We are going to get this inversion. It's not a golden inversion, but it's just an inversion. If we get it here in the next 17, 15 seconds. All right, I'm going to get rid of this 15-minute volume balance. We're trading through it, quite a bit. This was there. I mean, there was 8:30 news, so that's kind of what created this movement here in that imbalance. Okay, so we got the inversion, but we're immediately trading back. Oh, well, there's a volume bounce right here. You see this volume bounce? So we might need to get that before we come back down. If we come back down yet. Let's see where we close. If we close above this or not. Looks like we probably will. Maybe. Maybe not. It is not closing above that imbalance. The volume balance there. This inversion it reclaimed, so I'm just going to get rid of this. I still would not mind it coming back up and making a higher high and then coming down. I'd be okay with that. Of course, like I say, I mean, it might not come back down. It might reach for some higher areas, like the Asian high. It might try to reach this 15-minute fair value gap, that new day opening gap up there. There's just a lot right now going on to the long side and short side that I'm not really just completely sold either way right now. So I kind of want to let the market do its thing for a minute and give me a clear, give me some more clarity. What about y'all? What do y'all think is going on here? You think we're going to be bulls or bears today? Bullish, you think? What's your target, Chris? What you think it's going to? $170? 26, 170? What's up there? 26, 170. What's at 26, 170? Hmm. Tw 227 R1 fib. What is that? I'm looking for a bearish breaker right here is what I'm looking for. I want to see it come down. Down, down, down. I want to see it come down. Give me a bearish breaker and a golden inversion. See, I'm having... oh, I'm on the wrong chart. We're right at equilibrium of the dealing range. So I want to see if we're going to poke it and just drop. See, look. Here's that dealing range I was mentioning earlier on my analysis. Right here. We're reaching up into it. Reaching up right up above it here. The dealing range is about 908.25. We're reaching right up into the premium. Taking that Asian high. And I want to see if we can reject here in this area and come down. And complete a market maker sell model on the 1 minute. That's what I would really like to see. And get a golden inversion right here. This would be sweet. Because now we have a high, low, higher, high. And if we can displace lower, this would be my golden inversion. I'd be looking for the fair value gap. And a potential run down to 752 and then 649. Y'all see that silver drop? Silver dropped as low as much as 15%. It's down like 13% right now at 90, 98, $99. That's wild. Here we go. Come on, baby. Let's go down. Give me a gold inversion and displace. All right. It's not a golden inversion yet until we take this low. Then we have a bearish breaker. We're hung up on this volume imbalance, that old volume imbalance that's inverted. Silver, the new crypto. YOLO. I bet some people got crushed on this. Silver's being so manipulated right now. The paper market. Physical is still at like 110, 115, depending on where you look. Shadow, you're pulling a Chris. All right, we have this guy right here. Max, good morning. Good to see you. Now you gotta be careful, like these lower fair value gaps here. If you're looking to short, we have these unmitigated ones, like where price has not went back up to these yet. So you gotta be careful. We have not had a technically had a market structure shift yet. We have not taken this swing. So basically, I can look at this leg wherever we stop at. Midpoint of this move down is right here. So I'd really like to see it pull back up here first before I consider a short. But also, we did not have a market structure shift yet. So there's not a, I don't want this to be a failure swing. I'm anticipating it running down here to the 752 and 649. It's my anticipation. Now, if we just go up here and take this swing high, if this swing high gets taken up here, then yeah, then we're gonna go up. But we're still we're just bouncing these areas here. So we have these higher time frame imbalances that we're like in between. So it could chop too. It could. Erlen, very possible. Very, very possible. Now that we've pulled right back up here, even if we don't touch this area, I do like what it's doing right now. Because you see how it pulled up and it was looking like it could create a BISI going up, but it immediately rebalanced. That's good. Because that way if it does, it's either going to displace lower now or go reach back up to this SIBI. So it's either going to do this and come back here, or we'll see it displace lower. And if we get displacement lower with fair value gap, could be my short right there. Otherwise, I'll wait till it gets up here and see what happens. Even without a market structure shift, like taking this swing, if it comes up here and I get a 15-second confirmation, I might consider it. Because we're about to be 950. And not only that, I think this swing up here is going to be protected. We're in these higher time frame SIBIs. All right, we're in this now. What I don't want is a BISI to form right here. So I'm going to watch that as well. I'm dropping down to my 15-second. I'm going to monitor this. Not considering it yet. We almost rebalanced that 1 minute bar. Left a small BISI. I'm not really worried about that one. Because right here is the golden inversion, although, excuse me, although it's not the cleanest. because we had this wick. Like we had this run up, come back, and then this one right here didn't take this high. It just pulled back here, then made the high. So that's not the cleanest looking one. And as obviously as you can see, it didn't respect it at all. So this is why I didn't want to immediately short that either, because I want to see the reaction here. I was just waiting on the 15-second. I want to see the reaction. And as long as I'm going to stay bearish until this swing is taken. If this swing gets taken, and as long as it remains protected, I'm good. If not, then I'll still be looking short. But if not, then I think, you know, we do go up to at least this new day opening gap, 26,000, maybe up to this 15-minute fair value gap. So very neutral for me in the morning. So, I mean, when I have higher time frame imbalances, both directly above and directly below the marketplace, I stay pretty neutral. And let's see if this, I was going to say, this wick right here, I want to see if this turns into a rejection wick right here. Let's check the midpoint. Get rid of this. Got 10, 15 seconds left. See where it closes. If it closes underneath the midpoint of this wick or not. See how we closed underneath the midpoint of that wick? Doesn't mean anything like major. But it's just something to watch. Because what it could be meaning is this swing up here will remain protected. Potentially. We don't know. And this could be an intermediate term swing high. This could be a short term swing high. And basically what I'll look for is the market structure on the opposite end. So most people like look at the market, and ICT does teach this, but most people look at the market structure like this. Oh, we got a market structure shift, right? But when you look at it from the other side, you have a long-term high right here. Then you have an intermediate term high right here, short-term high. So then basically you'll see in this swing now right here should remain protected, and then come back up somewhere and create another short-term high. And once that happens, if you have displacement under that, that's a market structure shift right here. This right here is a market structure shift. It's just not what you're looking at as in terms of just like taking lower lows and lower highs. And he explains that market structure is not just about taking higher highs, lower lows. Just FYI. So this is what I'm looking at, and that's why I wanted to mark this wick, see if it rejects. That's why I was saying this one up here, if we're gonna go short, this one should remain protected. It's gonna form a higher swing. We have a short-term swing. So then what I'd be looking for is another short-term swing. So maybe it comes back up, and with this reclaimed fair value gap, maybe it comes back up and hits that, creates a short-term swing, and then displaces. So patience. But that's like price action, reading the wicks and the bodies and everything. And seeing if it develops or not. And I do think I saw some Fed members speaking, but later today. Maybe it's afternoon or something. I don't remember. Let's see. I posted it in my Discord. It is in economic events. Yeah, 12:30 and 5 p.m. Low impact, but just never know. Never know. All right, so here we go. I want to see it pull back up a little bit. Give us a short-term swing. Because, see, look, we have a SIBI. Here, let's get rid of this to clean it up a little bit. Get rid of this. We have a SIBI right here. Not one I'm looking to trade. But I want to see a short-term swing develop. And actually, if we get a swing inside here, that'll technically it'll turn into be an intermediate swing because it's inside an imbalance. And then I want to see displacement lower. And that would be where the fair value gap at trade that I trade is the one that happens with the displacement lower. And, you know, once you get good at reading this type of stuff like this, that's what helps you be patient and not just take like any old fair value gap. There we go. There's our swing. If in the next 30 seconds, and we should see if this swing and if we're going to be bearish, we should see displacement after this bar closes, unless we create another little swing. But this one, if we're going to go short, this one here now should remain protected right there. So not concerned about this one just yet. The one I'm concerned about is this one staying protected for that market structure. All right. Doesn't mean it's going to displace on this one yet. Not until we get an actual lower swing, lower than this intermediate term. Because then we'd have this one long term, short term, intermediate, another short term displacement. So in 30 seconds, if we can hold here, then I'd be anticipating some displacement. And then this one should remain protected. And then, of course, if we don't get displacement, there's nothing. There's nothing. Okay, now we have that closure. So now I'm looking for displacement to the short side. And now I'm looking for this swing to remain protected. If we don't get displacement, and then this swing gets taken, then we're obviously not going to go short. But like I say, when we're between two higher time frame fair value gaps, imbalances, I mean, it's no like nothing's going to be like you just really have to wait. You just have to be patient until the market shows its hand on which direction it's going to go. But right now I'm anticipating this short. Market structure is a big thing. If you can see market structure, you can anticipate. Here we go. I mean, it's like clockwork. Doesn't mean it's going to work. Doesn't mean it's going to run down. It's just what you're anticipating. If you get a setup, great. If it works, great. If not, then stay within your money management discipline and all good. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see if we're going to get this fair value gap or not. Hey, what's up, Panda? Welcome in. Welcome in. But y'all see what I'm talking about with the market structure, seeing it from that angle? Like, it's not something you're going to get right away if you're not used to already looking at that. But I would study that. I'm trying to remember what exact. It's in the 2022 mentorship. Oh, hold on. We moved back up into this. Let's see if we get an entry here. I'm on the 15-second chart now. We got to be careful because this is that 1 hour fair value. Oops. 1 hour fair value gap right there too. Not too concerned with it, but I'll go ahead and get rid of it because I've already seen us trade through it a lot, and I know it's there. So 813. Yeah, and I'm probably just going to target that right above that 752 area. All right, I might be getting ready here in a minute. Let's see if we can close. If we get down a little lower here before I get in. Just to be sure. Ignore my little markings I'm making right here. All right, we're taking another stab up. So I'm waiting. You rebalanced that 1 minute fair value gap there. We just rebalanced it. Now let's see if we drop. I'm short now. My target's at 757. And I don't want to see it come back up to that fair value gap. So I'm going to put my stop at that 1 minute fair value gap. About a 22-point stop. Let's see if we're ready to go yet. Might not be. Nope. Looks like I'm going to get... Ooh, very close. I'm not stopped out. Ooh, I'm going to get stopped out, it looks like. Are we? Am I? I really could have waited for it to come down and close below this lower one at 816, but let's see. Jeez. If this comes down, that's like the closest. Oh, actually, I did get stopped out on my PA counts. All right, I'm closing this one. I'm going to wait to see if we can get down here. My live is good. Well, I took a couple ticks. All right, here we go. Let me see if we can get this changed in the state of delivery here. Yeah, I got stopped out to the tick on the PAs on that one. All right. Oh, I went short again because we took this. We had this change in state of delivery here. I'm going to go up to this swing high. And we closed below it, and we took it by a tick. So now I'm going to target here again, and let's see if we get it or not. Let's see if it's ready to go or not. But we're still inside that 1 hour. That 1 hour SIBI there. Oh, no. Oh no, I'm gonna get stopped out. It is not ready to go today, y'all. Nope. All right, it is not ready to go. That's a wrap for me today. Make sure I'm flat. Yep. One ready to go. Couldn't go. And that's the problem when you're in between two higher time frame imbalances. That can happen. So all you can do is just either take the risk and manage your trades, manage your money management, or don't take the trade. Today I took it and I took a loss. That's fine. I still had a great month. My month is done now. Still made about 22 grand on the month. So total across all my accounts, all good to go. All good. Let me see. How much did I pull this calculator up here? Yeah, that up here. Let's see. What was my entry? My first entry. 821. No. 845. Sold. Yeah, so I had about a 22 point stop on the first one. And then the second one, 818. Yeah, I lost about my max loss there. So that's a done for the day there. That's a done for the day. So it looked like we were going to go lower. We got some, the shift. We got some little bit of displacement. When you zoom out, it really wasn't that good of displacement, but we got the fair value gap. Hey, I got the setup I liked. I got my confirmation. It just failed to keep going. And like I said, we were between that 1 hour Bissy and this 1 hour Sibby. So like that can happen. Yeah. It happens. It was good. It was a good read. It, for the most part, did what I was looking for. And like I said before I took the trade, all you can do is just take the trade and manage it and manage your money management. Whatever happens, happens. From there, all you can do is just not tilt. So Friday, I am done for the day. I did nothing stupid. Didn't get a win. Still had a green week, green month. I hope I'm not getting sick. My voice keeps... Excuse me. I'll post my monthly stats in the Discord after I get it all updated later on. Because y'all remember the beginning of the month when I came back on live and I started trading and I started off like pretty atrocious. For me to pull out the month I had, that just goes to show you, you can't get wrapped up in the day in, day out. I've always never really been as soon as I stopped letting one day bother me, that's when everything changed for me. I started looking like, yes, I want to win for the day, but I know losers are going to happen. So then what I started doing was just look at the weekly scale. How did I do for the week? Then I'll look at my P&L. Did I make money that week? Yes or no? Okay, and then I look at each week, and then I look at for the month. If you look at a totality of your trading for the week, for the month, just always zoom out, and you'll feel better. As long as you don't tilt or do anything stupid. So, and that's like where I'm at. Like, last year, I went so many months, and didn't get stupid. And then, all it takes is a couple times to get stupid. But as soon as you start eliminating that, then that's it. That's it. So yeah, unfortunately, losing day on Friday, but I had a winning week, winning month, and all right, let's go on to February. Hopefully, hopefully February starts off great, and we'll just keep pushing, keep pushing. What time is it? 10:10. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and because of the way price action is now, and I'm already done for the day. I think I'm just gonna hop off. Yeah, exactly, Munch. It's hard to fix stupid. Sometimes it is. But yeah. Weeks are all that matters. Like, just zoom out, see how you did on the week. All right, y'all. I'm going to hop off here. Hold on. Before I hop off, let's look at the weekly schedule for next week. Let's see what's going on. That way I kind of know. Now, I do know next week I think Thursday and Friday I'm not going to be able to get on. Man, we have a lot of news next week. Here, let me pull this over. Monday, ISM. Tuesday, Jolts. Wednesday. Yeah, we have some good news days here. All tradable days. All good days. All good news days. All right, cool. So I'll see y'all Monday. And if you're going to keep trading, be patient, be cautious, and don't do anything stupid. All right, y'all. Have a great weekend, and I will see y'all Monday. Trade well, everybody. Take care.